How's it going, man?
Not bad, are you?
Good, man. Just making sure my microphone's working. I think I left it on.
Oh, yeah.
Looking
Camera's
good.
not working.
Camera's not working.
No, I can't see you.
Um,
Just a cheesy profile picture.
Gotta look good, eh?
Oh, of course.
Alright, let me just pick a screen. Problem is, I got 5 screens, so
Oh, really?
yeah. Let's
That'd be
choose.
good one, wouldn't it?
Let's choose that one.
Yeah.
Can you see the charts?
Yeah.
Alright. So how far did you get? Did you just sort of have a bit of a play with it or something?
Yeah, I was been playing with like the graphs and which one I want, but I haven't got like that red box in the top left corner like you have.
Okay. That's just like a one-click trading option. So if you right-click, you can just click there, one-click trading.
Hang on. I've lost you again.
Screen gone dead.
Oh, it's just when I clicked on the MetaTrader one. I
Oh
thought
yeah.
that come up a little window, but it hasn't. One-click trading.
Yep.
There we
Or
go.
either that, or you can do Alt and T.
Yeah, I got it now. Mine's
Yep.
blue.
Yeah. So you can load that up on all your platforms.
Yeah.
Or all your currencies. Try and stick to the majors. So down the bottom, what charts have you got open? Aussie, US, or
I've got New Zealand, US,
yep,
uh, pound and pound and US dollar,
yep,
Aussie, US,
yep,
and Australia, New Zealand.
yep. Okay. So we'll try and stick to maybe you know how to add new charts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go at the top there and you can pick the charts, you stick to like the majors.
Yeah.
Just because most of the liquidity, meaning like most of the market moves, are based on US.
Oh, okay.
So it's something like 70% of the market is based on US trades. So if we stick to the majors, then it sort of saves you trading cross currencies.
Okay, so we'll stay with Australia and US or something?
Yeah, so the majors will stick with Euro US, Pound US, Aussie US, and New Zealand US,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll leave out the US yen, which is JPY, just because they're generally trading during the day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're open at about lunchtime, my time,
Yeah.
and we'll mostly be trading sort of the London Open, which is 8 p.m. my time. I think it's about 6 p.m. your time.
Okay, yeah.
Whereabouts are you over there?
Perth.
That's in the that's probably a different time zone again. Another hour back or something, isn't it? 3 hours
Yeah,
difference.
it's 4 hours to you guys.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, the my partner, business partner, he's in sort of Sunshine Coast area, whatever it's called, the like Gold Coast kind of sort of side, that kind of time
Oh, yeah.
zone. So,
How'd
so
you meet him anyway?
I actually did some training on another like website initially, and that's like how I first got into it, and just started talking to him through there, and then eventually we went off and started to do our own thing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, sort of developed into heaps of other opportunities, eh?
Yeah.
Um, right, so we won't be able to do any test trades on here just because the markets are closed,
Oh, okay.
so it won't let you take any trades. Like I've just opened up another demo account. You know
Yeah.
how to open up, yeah, this is your trade window, called the terminal.
Uh-huh.
So there's a box up there you can click, and that'll open and close the trade window.
Down the bottom? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll have the left hand tab is trade,
Yeah.
and then exposure you don't really need to look at. It just tells you like, so if you take a pound trade and an Aussie trade, it'll tell you like how much you're exposed to each currency,
Oh, yeah.
but don't really need to know it. And you're basically using trade and account history.
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, I think that's all we need from down there. The rest is just extras. So basically, to take a trade, it's as easy as clicking buy or sell up here.
Yeah.
This is your lot sizing, so all your trade size. So one lot is like 1 million contracts of that currency. It's hard to kind of explain, but we can we basically use like a rule of 2% per trade. That's the risk of the trade. So every trade you take, you're going to risk 2% of your account, but potential to gain 2% as well.
Okay, yeah.
And then so you input your percentage, and that gives you like a rough idea of the lot size. So we've got a Excel sheet that, see if I can just bring it up. I'll send it over to you. We've got to add this to the site, but it's relatively new.
Okay.
So there's like this is the trade diary. So this is what we do at the end of every week. So basically, you put your trade in there. You got your date, the currency pair, and your starting account balance is at the top. And as you input everything, it kind of calculates the whole way down.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you do at the end of the week after you've taken some trades, and you can sort of find out if you followed the rules. So, what type of trader was it? At type 1, type 2, type 3. Bloody phone call. Yeah, and basically you use that to go over your trades. And so there's that one there, and there's also another one, which is something like this. So say you're starting with I suppose you've got a demo account open there with like $5,000 in it, or 10,000 or 100,000, or so if you click terminal and go down the bottom, it should say balance
49,999.
Yep. Okay, so roughly 5,000. So using our calculation, we'll go down to 5,000. We'll start roughly there, somewhere down here.
Yeah.
Just fix this top row. It's too far. Where am I? 5,000. Somewhere around here. So we're looking, if you've got a $5,000 account and risking 2%, you want to have roughly 0.99 of a lot size, or close enough to one lot. And because it's a percentage, every time your account gets bigger or smaller, the lot size will change for how much you're going to risk. Is it sort of sticking with you? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Just explain what you mean by lot sizes again.
So a lot size is like a size of a contract. Noel, Investopedia here is pretty good. There's heaps of investment type definitions. So yeah, standard lot is one standard lot is the equivalent of 100,000 units of the quote currency in a FOREX trade. So here we go. Whereas a mini lot represents 10,000, blah blah blah. So a 1 pip movement in a standard lot corresponds with a $10 change.
Okay.
So if you want to buy 100,000 US dollars, you're buying one standard lot.
Yeah.
So it's quite hard to comprehend because you've only got a $5,000 account, but then technically, if you do a one lot trade, you're buying $100,000 of that currency.
Okay. So
with foreign exchange, you can leverage quite a lot off what you've got to what you can risk.
Yeah.
So It's basically just a number for now. You know, it's just a number that we're using as a risk percentage.
Yeah.
So once we know what size of account we're going to trade, so off that chart it was roughly 0.49, sorry, 0.99. So that's what we lock in there for, you know, the next trade that we're planning on doing. Now as for trades, I'll zoom out here. What are we on? Pound. We're on the pound US 15-minute chart.
Yeah.
So if I go back to say there's Friday, there's Thursday, we can have a look on here. So starting from that day there. So as you get into the start of the day, there's nothing really moving. There's nothing really going on. You know, little movements until the market opens. So this pink line here represents a market open.
Oh, okay.
And then further on in the day, there's another one here. There's another market open. And then there's that red line. There's another market open. That's basically, I think we've got like the Australian Open. I think that one there's the London Open.
Oh, okay.
And London and New York or something like that. So we basically only trade once we're in one of the market opens, because it's when most of the trades are going to happen.
Yep.
Otherwise, if you trade in here, it's just moving very little, and you'll end up getting trapped in a trade with no direction. So that's only, the range of that up there is only like 4 points, 4 pips.
Yeah.
So a pip is like 0.01 of a cent.
Oh, okay.
So if you look on the side there, and you got, you know, the value of the currency. So a dollar, pound US is $1.57.281.
Yeah.
So it goes quite small in the dollar cent sort of breakdown. So yeah, so once we get further into the day, we get, so start down here somewhere, get trades. Up here's your crosshair, which is one of your tools. You click on that, you can sort of see where you are down the bottom. You see is the time of the day, and across there's the price. So kind of relative to that. So as you get through into the start of the session here, you know, there's quite a nice little move down, and that bar there is quite big, in that it doesn't have a big tail on it, and it doesn't have a very big wick on it.
So is that where you want to enter there?
So that's just one of the moves. You can see it's kind of like a nice little move there. You know, it moved 27 pips. You'll get used to calling them pips or points. So it moves 26 pips, and then, you know, kind of does its own thing there, and, you know, there's no signal yet. These are kind of just moving, and then this one here, it moves back up, but you get this green line, green signal here.
Yeah.
So that there, although it's green, it actually means like trade on or check for trade.
Okay.
So what we want to do is when we get the signal, we want to check down here to make sure that it's this and this one are both heading down for a sell trade, or heading up for a buy trade. So that signal there signals a sell, or check for trade sell. You have a look down here, you can see, oh yeah, these are sort of facing down. The wave is starting to head down as well, and same on this one. So these two are the same sort of box. They represent the same thing. One's just an open price and one's a closed price.
Okay.
So every time a candle closes every 15 minutes, this is the close price down the bottom. So what it was at the bottom. Yeah, so once that signal's on, the price will be up here where it's closed.
Yeah.
And then we want to trade anywhere between that red dotted line in the middle and the other side of the channel. So these two black lines are the channel.
Yeah.
So seeing as how that moved up there and hit the channel, that's pretty good place to enter the trade. And as you get more advanced, you don't really have to wait for the signal. But for now, you get the signal and it's up that side of the channel.
Yeah.
And we want to enter the trade anywhere sort of up on this side. So when that closes there, that's the price. It'll go to this bar here, and we'll go, okay, sweet, that's a pretty good place. So that's where we click sell. So come across here, click the sell button. It'll put your order in, and you'll see it down in the order window here. It'll come up, and it'll start. It'll start basically have your information on there, and it'll have your tracking profit and loss in there.
Okay.
And you just need to have an idea of where you want it to go, and where, if it goes bad, where you want to get out. So this will all come in time, but just for now, we'll just start on getting your entries right, and sort of just using the program and getting used to taking orders.
Yeah.
One thing I would recommend is when a trade comes on, if you right click in here, or even do it now, right click in that order window, go to profit, and put as points.
Profit as points.
So that's going to show you, yeah, that's good. So then in the order window, when you take a trade, over here on this side where it says profit or profit loss, it'll say as a point or a pip value. So it'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing, rather than a dollar value.
Oh, okay.
So that just kind of takes another stress off your mind, because it's quite an emotional game. If you see that you're up, a couple of $100, you'll go, oh cool, that's good, and then it'll just start to play tricks on you. So the more we can take away that emotional side, the better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on this trade here. So we got the signal, came up to the other side of the channel, and that's kind of a good place. So we place the trade there.
So red means sell and green means buy, does it?
Other
way around?
Yeah, other way around. It probably should have been the other way around, but yeah, it's coming down in a trend that's coming down. So you can see like basically this channel's heading down.
Yep.
Everything seems to be facing the same way. Down here, it's looking down. They're down as well. And all of these graph bars are underneath the red line.
Yeah.
Whereas over here, you see they're above the red line and they're heading back up.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't enter if it looked like a sell here, but they were doing that, you wouldn't be looking at it.
Yeah.
So we've got our trade in at the moment. Now we want to find like a profit and loss target. So just for now, all we want to do is head for 10 pips, 10 points, and we'll just stick with that as like as a rough target.
Yeah.
So if I'm on this cross here now, if I left click and drag down, 10 pips is just here.
How do you tell that?
So if you go up here to this cross here,
yeah,
and then click on that, and it'll show this on your screen.
Yeah.
Put it on the place where you entered, and wherever on the chart, just for demonstration, and then left click, and as you drag, there's a number that changes.
Oh yeah.
So the middle number there, 73, 83, 93, whatever it is, 178.
Yeah.
That number there is your pip value, or your amount of pips, sorry.
Yep.
So if I click and drag it down, it's adding up, and there's 109, roughly 99 or 107 or whatever. Forget about the last number, so that's basically 10. They only like last year added another digit onto this and make it more complicated for everyone. So 80 is 8, 100
Yeah.
is 10, 14,
Oh,
15, that's 16 down there. But it says 162, but it's only 16.
yeah.
Okay, so we want to head for about 10. So that's where we want to aim for, which is a nice little trade. If you look across the left there, that's kind of where everything else is finished, isn't it? Like there's a
Oh,
line. If you drew a line across there, it's quite a nice
yeah.
little level.
Yeah.
So that's where you want to put your target. And so what you do is when you got a trade on, it'll have a dotted line there, which will show your entry.
Yeah.
And then if you go to that line, which will be just a dotted white line, left click and drag it. You can drag it down and it'll show you, I think it's on the left hand side here, it'll have the pip value.
Okay.
You basically drag that down to 10.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where you want to aim for, just for a starter.
Yeah.
And for a stop, as you get more into it, you'll probably just judge more a stop and you won't actually put one in. But for now, click it again and drag that way, and that's a stop loss. So that's the maximum you'll lose type thing. So the trade will close when it reaches that line and loss, and the trade will close on that side when you're in profit.
Okay, yeah.
Making sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so far we've taken the trade, which has popped up a white dotted line. We've put our profit target in, which is 10 points, and for the stop we left click and drag it up, and we'll just put it up here somewhere as a stop loss.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that as we do another webinar. We'll sort of explain it a bit better and how to pick the points of where to target and where to put your stop loss. But we'll just get you taking trades for now and set you up for now to do all these.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this instance, you took the trade up here, you had your target down here, and it's and it's hit your target, and that's you out of the trade. So you would have just made 10 points, or the equivalent of whatever lot size you've done. So if it was one lot, and it moved 10 points down there, that's probably $100.
Okay.
On a one lot trade. But don't get carried away with the monetary value of anything. Just try and think of it as points, and it'll help you down the track a bit further.
Oh yeah.
You'll learn it. Don't worry. You'll learn how emotional it gets. You get big moves in there, and you're going, holy shit! I'm up. I'm up $2,000. Oh shit! I'm up. $4,000. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But then you'll go the other way, and you're like, oh my god! I'm down $2,000. What do I do? So the more you can take the monetary value out of it, the better, and just use it as points.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a good trade there. You got your 10 points, and if you're trading your live account, 2% for the session is pretty good. So that's all you needed. That one trade is all you needed for that session or that day.
Okay.
And you'd be up 2% on your account, and that's it. You're just happy with that. You just walk on until the next day.
Yep.
But for instance, you carry on trading, so that's all finished. You move on to the next one. No signals there. No signals there. All of a sudden, you get this one here. All right, there's another signal.
Yep.
So it comes up here. The signal will appear when that bar closes. The close on that bar has gone up there, and at that level there, that's the close.
Yeah.
It'll tick onto this one because that's the next current bar. So that'll be the one that you're actually in. And then it'll go, okay, I need to find a good point to sell it. So you remember where we're selling it?
Sorry, say again?
So where would you look for the sell then? If this is where you are at the moment, where would you look for the sell?
The top point?
Yeah, that's right. So above this above this red line, up against the other side of this sort of area here is where you look for the sell.
Yeah.
So it closed there, you're now on this bar here, and you're going, okay, so I've got my signal, but I need to wait until it goes on in somewhere in the other side of that range.
Yeah.
And looking back over here, you can see this one at this level, this one at this level, this one at this level, and then those ones up there in that level.
Yeah.
So basically, anywhere in that sort of range there is where it could go to.
Okay, yeah.
Just because that's a common level, as you call it. You know, that's where price has been before, and it's respected that level, so that's where you kind of look again as a place it might go.
Yeah.
But the closer we can get to this side, the better. So,
And so when it goes up to there, you press sell
yep.
on the other side, on that red box, yeah?
Yep, you make sure your lot sizing is good from the spreadsheet, or we're actually going to get a thing that'll tell you, and it'll come up just under there, so it'll be a lot easier. I've got one here, but it's not quite accurate. But it'll look like this: 2% risk, and then it'll tell you what your lot size is.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you know, you don't have to go into an Excel sheet and have a look. It'll just tell you right there what your next trade will be.
Yeah.
But we'll sort all that out soon. So yeah, you make sure you know that's right before, you know, plenty of time before the next trade. And then as it comes along, you see that there's your signal, bumps across here, and you go, okay, I'm going to wait till it gets to the other side. So that ticks up there, and you know, anywhere up here is pretty good. So you click sell somewhere up here, and again, we'll put a trade on. So this is just for an example, but you know, there'll be a line somewhere up here which will appear when you click.
Yeah.
And you just left click on it, drag it down 10 points, and drag it up to say above here somewhere.
So when I click sell, that dotted white line will come up straight away, will it?
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
And we'll do another live session during the week, and if you can make it, we can make it. Otherwise, it'll be a recording of it.
Yeah.
So, yep, price is up there. You've clicked sell. Cool. That you're in the trade. You know, look down here to make sure the trade's in on your trade bar, your trade box down here. It'll come up with your trade and you know, say all the information here.
Yeah.
And then, yep, you drag that line down to 10, and you drag that one up just out of the way, and you know, we'll just say move it up 20, just as a nice easy number for you for now.
Yeah.
So you move your stop up 20 and move your target down 10, and then again you just sit in the trade and just watch how it goes. And for this one, you know, it comes down to there, and it moves to the next candle. So it moves across to there.
Yeah.
And then it's in the next candle, and it's a couple of points away, and then it just goes hits your target. There's another 2% on your account.
Yeah.
So that trade's already done, and you're out. So you know, that's a sort of how we want to do it. Is we want to wait till there's a signal, double check down here that it's facing the right way. You know, it's heading the right direction.
Yeah.
And then just basically wait till it, you know, comes somewhere back up in this range, and take a trade.
Oh yeah.
Making sense ish.
Yeah. More sense than what it was before, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, essentially that's all we're doing. Sometimes you'll get a false signal, so that you know you'll get one down here, for instance, which has got a signal, but you can see that these are sort of flattening off. Like down here, they're heading down quite strongly. You see like a nice little diagonal line down that way. Over here, they're quite flat, so they're starting to get weaker a little bit, and then down, and it sort of flattens off. So at that point in time, you get the signal, and you'd have to make a judgment call. You know, is this strong enough down here to justify a trade?
Yeah.
Again, we'll make it all clear down the track, but just take what you can see. You know, as long as you get the signal, You have your lot sizing alright, get the signal, just check that it's heading the same way as you want it to.
Yeah.
And then wait for it to come back over into this side, and then click sell. Put your put your target in, put your loss in, and then just leave it alone until it hits either side.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there and basically, you know, give you pointers from your trades. So I think we've actually got something set up here, which will take. This is a part of the software. It'll actually take a screen capture of every trade.
Oh, okay.
So when you take a trade, it'll take a screenshot of just this screen, just the trading window.
Yeah.
And it will save it in one of your folders.
Oh, yeah.
So that way you can go back and it'll take a screenshot when you take the trade, and I think when you modify it, and then whenever it, you know, hits your target or hits your stop, it'll also take another screenshot.
Oh, okay.
So it's just good for, you know, showing us or whatever later, or reviewing your own trades.
Yeah.
So we'll get you to send them to us, and we can have a look at them, see how they went, or, you know, whatever. Or you could just follow us and watch us. But if
Yeah,
you
I probably won't do any real trades until I come back to New Zealand.
no, that's all good. But if you've got the time, you know, and you're on there and you can just see something that looks like that, then you're only on your demo account, so it's not real money. So you just use it for practice, you know. And if that looks good, take the trade. If it looks good, take the trade. And it doesn't matter whether you're making money or losing money, as long as you're following the rules and just learning how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So buying would just be the other direction, would it?
Yeah. So buying is the other direction. If you look just here, where it heads back up, there's not actually any signals until up here, and so that's a signal for a buy. We might change the colours just because it's quite hard for new people to see.
Yeah.
But that it's basically showing, you know, that there's your signal. So you same sort of thing. You'd look for it to come down here, and, you know, pick that point there to buy.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, just the other direction. You look down here, they're heading back up, so that's cool. It's now heading up. So that's another trade there. So anywhere between that red line and that black line, you enter the trade. And in this case, it moved up 23 points.
Yeah.
But then headed back down again. So you just got to make sure you've picked a nice level to get out.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you can make money up to here, but then it could turn around and go that way. So it's just making a judgment call on where to get out as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, for you, you'd take the trade somewhere around here. You'd set your levels 10 points from there, which is up here.
Yeah.
Boom, there's another trade done, another 2% profit in your account.
I was wondering, how do you open up one of the live accounts, like the FOREX one or whatever?
If you open up a live account, you have to do it with a broker.
Oh,
So
okay.
I can send you a link for that. It's basically an account. You know, you just go on to we use pepperstone.com.au. They're an Australian company. Don't know why that's done that. .com. That's why. So you'll get onto Pepperstone. That's a broker. There's like thousands of different brokers out there that all they do is provide the money for you to trade on, and they process your orders.
Okay.
So you just click open a live trading account, go through put the details in, and you probably need to put a scan of your passport or your driver's license just for ID.
Yeah.
And then use your credit card to top up the account, or bank transfer to top up the account.
And how do you get like your profit? Does that come out each week, or?
It stays in your account, so it's like it bundles up.
Yeah.
So as you make or lose money, your account size just changes.
Yeah.
So like in your platform, how you said it was at 4.9 something, that's basically just taking money off the account.
Oh, okay.
So the money doesn't come out automatically. You can withdraw, a little bit at a time, or you can withdraw the whole lot as you please. But the idea we're heading for here is 2% a day, So if you start with $500 in your account,
Yeah.
and this is just once you've learned, obviously, not for now, just using demo accounts. So this is what we're heading for, $500 account you start with. This is how many pips you want, 10 pips, or sorry, your pip value. So that's for your lot sizing there. So you start with $500 account, you start with 0.1 in your trade box at the top.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you trade using 0.1 and you aim for 10 pips as a trade, 10 points profit,
Yeah.
that's what you'll get is $10.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so then your next trade, you've got, give or take, you've got $510 in your account.
Yeah.
And your next trade is you'll be looking for $10.20 profit.
Yeah.
Because that's now 2%.
Oh, yeah.
So 2% of $510 is 10.2, so $10.20. So again, the lot sizing doesn't change because it's a small movement. But if you get another trade using that lot size and you get 10 points, you've all of a sudden made $10.20, and now your account's at $520.20.
Oh, okay,
You see
yeah.
what I mean? So your account starts to bundle up. So 2% of a bigger value is now, you're looking at a bigger trade size because it's 2%.
Yeah.
So that's when you start to move your lot sizing up and you start to trade 0.11 instead of 0.1.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea here is that's the first trade there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 trades, your account is now at $609.50. 10 trades, say we could probably do that 2% a day. You're looking at 2 weeks, 5 trading days.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it can be done, at your leisure or whatever, whenever you're trading.
Yeah.
And then after 20 trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're looking at that for your account size,
Oh, yeah.
So the idea is just bundling up and compounding your profits in order to trade a bigger size.
Yeah.
To get a bigger account balance.
How many trades do you make a day?
I try just for one a day. That's the sort of general idea. It can vary, obviously, if you lose a trade or if you make a trade and then from a judgment call I exit the trade because I think it's going to turn around, then I might only make 1 or 2 points or something like that.
Yeah.
So then I still have to make 8 more points for the day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're still heading for a daily target of 10 points. And so, it could be one trade, it could be several of them,
Yeah. So is that just software's about just like that 15-minute period just to make the 10 points or something?
Basically it. So, some days I'll click onto the trading platform around London Open, which is like 8 a.m. London time, whatever it is in your time zone.
Yeah.
And then, I could be done within an hour, could be done within 15 minutes, it could be, 4 hours. It just depends what the market's doing and how it's moving. But this is short-term trading on a 15-minute chart. You could trade a daily chart. It just means that you have to know what you're doing, because on a daily chart you have to wait like 10 days before you know what's happened or which direction, or if you're in a losing or winning trade.
Yeah.
But of course the moves are bigger, so if you did a small trade there and it went all the way down there, you'd make more or lose more. But yeah, we're all about just the small in and out trades, get them done, get some practice behind your belt, and then once you've got a bit of experience, you can scale it up to sort of suit your lifestyle or whatever else you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've got another guy now who's a doctor, so he works odd hours and he only wants to trade certain times of the day, so it sort of works out for anyone's lifestyle. As long as you can get in around a market sort of open, you can get a trade somewhere. But you can be quite picky with your trades because there's so many of them. See all these dots here, they're all signals.
Yeah.
So within one day, all of these are signals, and all of them will move differently, and all of them you'll have to judge for each one, but it's all a signal that could make you money or lose your money.
Oh yeah. So how do you get those, like the pink, green, red bars and all that to come up when the market opens?
Those ones there, they should automatically pop up. So when you start trading, it'll get to a certain time, and it'll automatically pop up when the market opens.
Oh, yeah.
But if you just get to know your time zone, like I know when I get home that I think daylight saving and all that, you've got London time at the moment is 6:49 a.m. and it's 5:49 p.m. my time.
Oh yeah.
So they're 11 hours behind.
Yeah.
So when they're 8 a.m., we want to go 11 hours forward, and that's my time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it'll be, I think it's about 7 p.m. is their open.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then there'll be some trading time, and then it might go a bit slow, and then New York will open my time at midnight.
Yeah.
So that's when another market opens, but you've just got to find one that you like. I think for you, London will be a good open as well. So figure out what it is in your time zone. You can Google, easy ways just to Google London, 8 a.m. London time in ... being your time zone, and you'll find out that's sort of a good time to trade.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So now that you've got the sort of basics of it, just start pushing buttons. Having a look, making sure that you're hitting the right way. Get a signal, check that the bars are facing the right way. General direction, and then take the trade. Move it 10 profit, move it 20 loss.
Yeah.
And then just let it play out. Don't move anything.
How long can you leave a trade going for? Like, let's say if you didn't set a loss or a profit and it just kept on going,
It'll keep going until you turn it off, or the broker turns it off. So the only time they'll turn it off is if it hits your account balance at zero. So
right, yeah.
If you're out of money, it'll close the trade and say you're out of money. You can't hold that position open any longer.
Yeah. How much did you put in your account when you started off?
When I started off, I think I had 1,000 in there, and then I put another 1,000 in, just so I could trade bigger lot sizes.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was doing pretty well. This was 8 months down the track from when I started learning, so I had a pretty good knowledge of it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that within 6 months, I turned that into $12,000.
Oh shit.
So you won't get that in the bank in any time period,
No.
In a bank, you sit your funds in there, you're lucky to get sort of 5% a year.
Yeah.
And
I put in, I think it was 10,000 term deposit, and interest rate was on that was 4.5 or something.
Yeah.
For a year, and after that was only like $500 or.
Yeah.
That was fuck all.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's potential here. There's huge potential as long as you know what you're doing. There's for people in your position, the first thing they do is chuck money in their account and start pushing buttons. You might get lucky on the first couple and go, holy shit, I just made a couple $100. But then you'll start losing, and you'll win, and then you lose, and then you'll win and lose, and you'll lose again, and all of a sudden you got no money left. And you think, wow, I just lost $500, or I just lost $1,000, or whatever you put in there.
Yeah, so it pays to play around first for you.
That's right. There's demo accounts available, so you just got to make use of them.